podcast. As you can see, sorry. Welcome to the Game Boy Damon. Well, I mean podcast if you're watching on YouTube. All right. Welcome to the Damon But Biblical podcast, episode 2 of the entire series, excluding the intro because that was episode 0. Anyways, so I thought we should probably talk about tattoos, as that is a pretty good follow-up from the last episode we did yesterday. As you could probably tell, the background looks kind of different if you're watching on YouTube. Reason for that is because my bedroom is currently being used right now, so that means I cannot enter the void alone to record this. So, it, uh, it's gonna have to be a give and a take. I mean, you guys can see in my background, so I mean, uh, that's technically a good thing. Depends. Is my kitchen? Oh no, okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. Anyways, tattoos. So I could see that there is a pretty well. I mean, I could see why people would think this. Reason for that being is actually based on one Bible verse, but here's the problem with that. First off, it's taking it out just a teeny tiny bit out of context. That context is, well, they am being told not what to do. Actually, let me try to get over to the exact verse. Or not verse. Yep. Because I, the Lord, your God, am holy. Yep. Respect mother and father. Do not make idols. But here's the actual verse. Let me get to it. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. Okay? First part gets us the claim and some evidence for why people would think that tattoos, or, getting a tattoo is a sin. Now, I'm not of age to get a tattoo. And as you can see, I could kind of struggle for a thumbnail, right? Because of that very fact, as I do not have a tattoo to show for it. Well, I mean, I'm not going to get a tattoo anyways because, I mean, it's permanent. And but if I don't like it, you know, it's just my personal opinion. I'm not going to get one. But that's just me. You guys don't have to follow suit. But I'm just trying here to answer the question. Tattoos or getting a tattoo is not a sin, or so I claim. Now here's the reasoning for this. Now, Leviticus chapter 19, verse 28, I already told you about that verse. It says, do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourself. Right? The second part of the first part is, well, kind of the main basis for this idea that tattoos are, well, a sin. Here's the problem with that. Take the first part before that and the part after that. For the part before that, do not cut your bodies for the dead. Alright? That means don't get a kitchen knife and for the dead. Like, the dead can't do nothing. I'm sorry. What they did. They did. Like, they're dead. They're dead. Okay. They can't do nothing for you. So, hurting yourself for the dead is, well, isn't that kind of like idolatry? In some sense. Well, it's not exactly one-to-one as idolatry. But, here's the thing. If you're a Christian, right? Why are you hurting yourself for the dead when it's stated nowhere in the Bible that you should do that. Or at least stated that it's promoted and said, oh yeah, it's okay. It's actually encouraged, because I've yet to find a verse that encourages hurting yourself in order to, I guess, dedicate for the dead, which we can't do none. They cannot do none. Right here. Anyways. That's first part. Alright. Tattoo marks is what I'm assuming to be basically like the stabs on yourself. Alright? Because tattoos today are, well, ink indentation, I think. I think that's how it's described. But it's like on a part of your body, like your hand, your arm, I don't know, your neck, I don't know. Bro, my brain went silent for a solid 5 seconds. Yeah. Okay. That's what my definition of that is. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think they had that kind of technology back in those times. Way before Jesus. Way before any of that. I don't know about you, but I don't think... I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I don't think they had that kind of technology back then. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think they're technically referring to the kind of tattoos that we're talking about today. It's like someone saying in the Bible, iPhone. Well, okay. Actually, not an iPhone, a tablet. Just think about that. Well, Moses got a tablet from, like, 2 tablets from God. Does that mean Apple theoretically existed back then? No. No, that is not what it means. What it means by tablets is stone tablets, which is basically the 10 Commandments. I think it was Moses, right? Yeah, it was Moses, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, that's not what it means whenever they say tablet. They don't mean iPad or tablet or electronic device, because they did not have those electronic device back in those times. No siree. So with that point being made, that same logic applies to the tattoos, because they did not have that kind of technology to get that kind of machinery or anything like that to make those tattoos on people, right? But anyways, the last part, when it says, I am the Lord. Let me explain that part for you. There's a pretty good example in the Old Testament by Elijah. You know, the guy that summoned fire, right? Fire pillar from heaven, or from the skies. I'm not exactly sure how it's worded. However, guess what the prophets of Baal were doing? They were cutting themselves and, well, basically tattooing them with, blood marks or something. However, as I explained earlier, they did that to themselves. Let me actually get you the exact verse so I can prove it to you. Okay. Hold up, I'm getting to it. Hold on. First Kings 18. Hold up. I need to find this. Hold up. Wait a minute. That's not the verse. That's not the chapter. Hold on. Okay. But you and your father's family have, yeah. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed the Baals. I summoned the people up. Now, hold on, not exactly yet. Yeah. Yeah, 12 stones, 12 traps. Apologies. Weird. I'm not actually able to mute myself. Apologies for that. Yeah. Yep, there we go, there we go. Here we are. So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and spears, as was their custom. Their custom. That means that whenever something were to go wrong, like, I don't know, Baal taking a little nap time, I don't know, they cut themselves with swords and spears for a custom, right? And that custom was to have the blood flow. Let me actually continue on. Wait, where is it? Yeah, there, wait. Yeah, hold on. I lost it, bro. Are you serious? I lost it. Are you kidding me? Bro, what? Bro. Okay, yep. Until their blood flowed. Midday passed, and they continued their frantic prophesying until the time for the evening sacrifice. But there was no response. No one answered. No one paid attention. So, basically what I got from that, and what I hope you also got from that, was that it was a custom to cut yourself with swords and spears for the blood to flow for this Baal to get, you know, to, I guess to, or I guess for these people who are cutting themselves to have more of Baal's attention. Believe it or not, these guys were, in a sense, tattooing themselves by cutting their flesh open, right? With swords and spears, right? Like, I guess making, like, tattoo marks, in a sense. As that was custom, and you know what that was? You know what that was? That was a custom for the prophets of Baal, or for the followers of Baal. So to follow that custom and to completely, you know, to understand who God is, right? Being a Christian. And doing that is a sin. Because that's idolatry. Cutting yourself to have Baal's attention because, well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily think that they'd be referring to modern day tattoos whenever there was a pre-Jesus time, like, biblical time of a custom for the followers of Baal to cut themselves to get Baal's attention, basically worshiping and acknowledging the, potential, I put in quotes, existence of Baal. That's idolatry, believe it or not. So that's why it wasn't like, that's why it's a sin. That's why we're told not to get tattoos. It's not necessarily referring to modern day tattoos. It's actually referring to cutting your flesh open to get Baal's attention, as that was idolatry at the time. Now, it would still be considered a sin, because it would still be considered idolatry if you were to do it with a genuine faith that Baal or Baal would actually do that, as that is idolatry. So, there's you go. There you go. That's a wrap. Anyways, that'll be it for episode 2. Hope you guys have a good day. Apologies for my dog barking in the background, and apologies for the not proper lighting. But tell me if you actually like the lighting in the comments, please. All right, see you guys. That'll be it for today's episode. Goodbye, and see you later.